If you like to run online webinars, live webinars, maybe pre-recorded webinars or automated webinars, you want to have online meetings with other people, well, then stay tuned. I got something very nice for you today. It's a platform that has all of those components in one platform for a one-time payment where you're going to get lifetime access. Today, I'm reviewing MeetVio, which is a new platform that's being launched tomorrow, depending on when you see this video. And it's a great platform that does all of these things. You can run webinars, automated webinars. You can have online meetings like you're doing with Zoom, and that all for a one-time price right now during this launch. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so to get updated with my latest reviews. Also, hit that notification button to get the latest reviews. And also, if you want to purchase MeetVio, make sure to click that link below the video because I got some great bonuses for you. I'm not going to talk about them in this video, but you can check them out by the link below this video that are going to help you while running webinars. Now let's dive into this review. Let me show you exactly what MeetVio is and what you can do with it. Now, when you're logging in, this is what you will see. You will notice immediately that this is a very clean calendar overview. And here are all your scheduled webinars, meetings, etc., all in your calendar. Now it works really simple. To create a webinar, you simply go to this button, or a meeting, that's the green button. But basically, you could click any of these buttons here for creating meetings, live webinars, or automated webinars. And there you can create your new webinar. Now in this case, I clicked the live webinar. So here I can configure my live webinar. Let me zoom in so you can see a bit more. Now, as you may notice, at the top you have 3 tabs in here, where you could choose from meetings, live webinars, or automated webinars. So here you could also switch if you'd like to switch. Now in this case, we're going to set up a live webinar. And the only thing that you need to do, the steps that you need to take, is to fill out the info in here. So in this case, I'm going to do the title, How to Become a Successful Affiliate Marketer. Now here you can select your time zone, your date format. You can choose the date when you want to run this specific webinar, the time format and the time. And here you can choose to record your webinar also. And this is useful because you can do a live webinar and then use your recording to do an automated webinar afterwards. Then when we scroll down, you see that you have the option to change the layout of the page. So when I click this button, it opens a new page where I can configure my sign up page. So here you do your short description, and then here description. Now, anyhow, it doesn't matter. You get the point. You can upload your own video. So there will be a video on the sign up page. You could choose your date. Let me zoom in. You could choose your date, time, and then here you could choose the fields that you would like to add to the sign up form. Now, basically, most of the times that will be your name and email, but you also have the option to add your phone address, etc. Here you have the color scheme, so you could change the colors to, for example, if you want to change this to white, let me zoom out so that you can see it. You can change that so that the font here, the title changes to white. You could also do the text to white, and you could change all these colors in here that are going to change on the sign up page. Now then further, you can choose to have a full chat service on your webinar, a private chat only, or no chat at all. And then you could set your thank you message and your thank you video. This is not required, but you could upload a thank you video also. And then you can connect this to your autoresponder. Now, from what I've seen from the roadmap, they're going to add a bunch of autoresponders also to MeetVio so that the people that sign up through these forms can immediately be added to your autoresponder. Now you can save and preview this, and then you can continue with the setup. Now you could add assistants to your webinar, so people could assist you with the webinar, or you can send an invite. And here are your email reminders. Now by default, you can see all these emails are by default already planned, and you can simply also edit these emails by clicking on the edit button, and there you have the option to change everything. You can change the subject, you can change the email body, You can change the days. So let's say before the webinar, 1 day or 2 days before the webinar, you could say, I want to have this 2 hours before the webinar goes out. You could set all these reminders yourself, and you could also create new reminders. So it's fully customizable what you want to send out before or after the webinar. You simply click on new reminder, and then you can set up your new reminder before or after the webinar, and then type your email. Now, the cool thing is that every email will be sent with the system, with MeetVio, so you don't need to have your own autoresponder. You're using MeetVio to send out the emails. MeetVio will do that for you. And then the only thing that you need to do is click on Create Event, and then the event is created and has been added to your calendar. So as you can see here at the 16th, you can see how to become a successful affiliate marketer. Now, the cool thing is that when you go to your calendar, you could simply go to your event, you click on More, and then you have the link to your registration form. So I'm going to copy this link, and then I'm going to open an incognito screen so that you can see what a visitor sees. So now it's going to load the sign up page for my webinar. And this is what anyone else will see. So if you've added a video, there will be a video on this page also. And here people could sign up. So let's say I'm Jimmy at gmails.com, and then I can claim my spot. So right now I've signed up successfully. It's being redirected to the thank you page. And if you've uploaded a video, it will also be here on the thank you page. People can add the webinar to their calendar, or they can join the event if it's live immediately. Now let me go back to my calendar, because the cool thing is when I refresh this screen, a thing that I really like, by the way, I like the whole setup of MeetVio. I like this calendar view. But the cool thing is when I scroll down here, I click on more, you can see exactly how many people have registered for the webinar. So you can see here is Jimmy. That's the name I just signed up with this webinar. So you could see all the registrants. You can see that in here when you click this button. Now, when you want to start the webinar, you simply click on Start Webinar, and then it will open the webinar view for you. And here you can run your webinar. And this webinar is going super fast. There's almost no delay. There's 0.1 second or 0.23 seconds delay. So when you ask a question, people, when they respond, you see that immediately. Now, how it works is like this. Let me move myself to the left so that you can see all the buttons at the right side. Here you can see when the webinar starts. And if you want to start the webinar, you simply click on Start, and then it will start the webinar. Then you can choose to do your camera in here, or you can share your full screen. You could actually choose which kind of screen you want to share. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm recording, not sure if things will mess up then. But basically how it works is you click on Share My Screen, and then you could choose if you want to share your full screen or maybe only a specific tab on your website. You could choose exactly what kind of screen you want to share. And you could also enable your camera in here. Or here you have two buttons where you could enable or disable your sound or your camera. And basically what you're doing is you go live, and then here you type your reply. So let's say we're going live now. You click on Start, and people can reply here. So this is awesome. And you could see that here in the chat. It's a really cool chat overview. You could see here the viewers at the left side, the assistants, the presenters here in the chat room. Everything will be stored in here. So awesome. And the chat will be in here. So once you're done, you click on End Webinar, and then the webinar has been ended. And this is how you run live webinars with MeetVio. Now, the cool thing is that it will record all of your webinars, so you can use them in a automated webinar. But first, let me show you something more. You can see here, these webinars are finished. Do you see that? It is being striped. So when you click on More, you could basically go to the webinar to view the chat and events. So when I do that, I can see what happened during this webinar. So you could also analyze your webinar. Here, the webinar will play. Right now, there's no replay that will be available soon. And here you could see all the chat history also. So you could see everything about your webinar that you have run. It's pretty cool, I think. Now, that's the live webinar part. That's just one part of MeetVio. Then you also have the option to run an automated webinar. So when you click that button, you can set up a complete auto webinar. And here you have the option to add your title again. So let's say you do the same title. You could choose a video here from YouTube or from Vimeo. Or the cool thing, you could choose one webinar. So let's say this was a webinar that you've run. You could choose this webinar as an automated webinar. It's very cool. Or you could choose here from the library. You could hide the replay controls. I would recommend to do that because you don't want people to scroll through your webinars. And here you can set up when you want to run these webinars, on which days, on what time you want to run that automated webinar. And you could choose the time zone, date format, time format, but you also have the option here. Let me move myself to the right. You have the option to watch now, and this gives the option to the user, to the subscriber, to immediately watch your webinar. Very nice option, so they don't have to wait. You can say watch immediately. If you don't have that in here, you could also send a notification like I just showed you with the email, so that they're going to get the emails before the webinar starts. Show selection, time, date. You could set up your page like I showed you before. You could change the reminder emails, etc. And then you simply create the event, and your event has been created, and it will run the automated webinar automatically for you. Here you see auto webinar. This is another one, but here you could start. Let me see, where is the video that I created? Not sure, but you could get the links the same way. So this is the link where people can sign up for your automated webinar. And then the last thing is the meetings. So a meeting can be created where you can be where you can have an online meeting with a max of 5 people in total. So let's say you have this title, how to become a successful affiliate marketer. We're going to talk about that. I want to start it right now, or I want to plan it, schedule it on a specific date. I want to record the event, want to have chat or not. And here you can send invites to the participants. So you can send emails with MeetVio to the participants so that they see that they can join your meeting on a specific time or immediately. And you create the event and you can start doing the event immediately. And I think this is pretty cool. It has all those 3 options: webinar, live webinars, automated webinars, and online meetings. And that's all within one application. Now there's also integrations here with an API. Not sure what that is, what kind of information they have in the API, but if you're a programmer, you could probably also use their API to program some things. They have Zapier, so you can connect other applications to MeetVio, and they have a whole complete roadmap where you can see what they're working on. Now, the vendor of this product is Neil Napier, and he is a very trusted vendor. I know Neil, I've worked with Neil a lot, and all the products that he creates are quality products. You don't have to be afraid that this product will not be there in 1 year from now. It will stay there because Neil has a good reputation. And that also brings me to the pricing of MeetVio, because what you're going to pay for MeetVio, it's a one-time price. And when you click the button below this video, or somewhere below this video is a link to my website. When you scroll down, you will see here MeetVio funnel upsells. When you click that button, you can see the exact pricing of the MeetVio and the funnel. Now, the front-end product, you could choose from 2 front-end products. And the first one is the $77 here. And that will give you access to the webinars part. So this is not to the automated webinars and not to the meetings. That's going to cost you $77. But for $20 more, you have the webinars, the automated webinars, and the meetings for $97, a one-time payment. This is really, really cheap. And you get 500 attendees to your webinars, which is crazy, for only $97. Now, if I compare this to other services, here I was looking at GoToWebinar. I mean, when you have 500 participants, you're going to pay $199 per month. But even the cheapest plan is $49 per month. Well, MeetVio is a one-time price of $97. So within 2 months, you have the cheapest plan of GoToWebinar with MeetVio, which is very cheap in my opinion. Now then there are also some OTOs. Just make sure you go over these. This will give you unlimited campaigns, unlimited attendees, unlimited bandwidth, and there's a downsell also from unlimited attendees of 67. There's a built-in video editor if you like to edit your videos afterwards, or maybe your uploaded videos. They're done for you webinars. If you want to get done for you webinars, if you don't want to run webinars yourself, you get done for you webinars every single month, pre-designed and pre-filled templates to edit and use for $97 per year or $17 per month. And then you also have the MeetVio reseller, where you get reseller rights to MeetVio, and depending on how many seats you want to sell. And that's basically, let me see if I forgot something here. I think that's basically it. Here you see the contacts at the left side of the people that signed up, so you can see how many people have signed up to your webinar. The studio, this is the editing part. This is one of the upsells that I saw, that I just showed you, where you can edit your videos also. You can select your videos here and then work with it. I haven't tested this part yet, but basically what this is all about is about planning, scheduling webinars, running webinars. And like I said at the beginning of this video, I also have some great bonuses for you on my page, like complete done for you PowerPoints for webinars that I'm going to give you. Also, the perfect webinars is a video of 2 hours, very good training from the best of the best that explains exactly how to run webinars. I got a bunch of bonuses here. Only thing that you have to do is simply order through one of these buttons on my website, and these bonuses will automatically be delivered in your JVZoo account. And if you have any problems, you can always reach out. Simply open the chat, send me a message, and I'll help you out. Now, if you have any questions, make sure to reach out to me. Thank you for watching this review, and hope to see you in my next video. Have an awesome day and talk soon. Bye-bye.